feeling like a shark in a shrimp tank. Big fish, small pond in the shrimp tank. When it's sink or swim, only option is to win. In the murky water, not a thought of giving in.
Hey everybody, we're at the break over at the Tedx Boca Raton. And we have a repeat guest on the show. We have Steven Fleischer.
Hello everybody.
2 Degrees, one of the sponsors here. Steven, what's going on? What's new?
Things are exciting. The Tedx event is amazing here in Boca Raton. Huge turnout. Yeah. People are here to
and
get...
look, there's Reese over there. The director over at
2 Degrees.
The Tech Runway. I think you know Reese, right?
We've been acquainted for about a year and a half now.
Yeah.
I am situated in his incubator, and he is an incredible guy.
Good place. I saw last night at the VIP. Excited. So tell us a little bit about 2 Degrees. What's new?
So we've had a lot of growth recently. We have hundreds of customers now that are paying us to run local deals on our app. They're Groupon style deals with a social element. We've created this new paradigm of advertising where stores can market themselves to their customers' friends.
Yeah.
Our users can come visit the store, and then friends that come within geofence of the store can get a notification saying that this is what their friends are doing or what their friends are buying or where their friends are going, and everyone wins.
Yeah, you're building this business at universities for the most part, Steven. Have you branched out of Florida yet? Are you getting ready to do that?
We are not out of Florida yet. We're about to close our 3rd round of funding, and once we do that, we'll be able to grow our staff, our sales staff, marketing staff, development staff, and move on to a few more geos and some key places around the country, and do what you just said, hit some colleges, get some growth, and then have the stores in those college towns start running some deals and get some user activity.
Excellent. And look at your booth. Oh my God.
Yeah, maybe
you have a line over there. I think you got to get back to our booth. Steven, thanks for coming back out to the shrimp tank.
You're welcome.
If you want to see Steven, check out episode 6, right?
I love shrimp tank. I'm going to grab another one of these shrimps.
Yes, take one. Take one for the road.
And everyone that's here at the Tedx event, they're here to get Teducated.
Yes.
With 2 Degrees, we're teaching everyone they can stay Teducated and keep in touch with the community here after the event is over.
Of course. Excellent. It's always fun having you on the show, Steven.
Glad to be here.
Come on.
You were right. That was quick and wonderful.
Cody. Yeah, you're sitting up. What I wanted you to do is stand over there, make sure nobody walks in front of the camera. Okay. Come in. Guys, bring it in. Have them sign a waiver. Who wants to come on? Let's bring some people on.
What are we talking about?
Sign a waiver and fill the seat. Come on. Come on, yes. Go, Danielle. Okay, we got one.
Hi, I'm Roland.
Hi, I'm Danielle.
Nice to meet you.
Okay.
I'm with the Adams Center at the...
Okay.
I'm with the old IBM campus.
Okay, great. You're going to have the event over at, in a month from now?
Yes, on November 13th.
So Roland, she's
Is that
the
what we're
one.
talking about?
Excellent.
Put this on.
Yep. Yeah, let's talk about that. Maybe more comfortable in the other direction with the head. Maybe.
Okay. Back at the break with Danielle. Danielle is helping out with our big event November 13th with Ainsley Rodriguez. We're going to have a fitness boot camp outside at the Boca Innovation Campus. Raton Innovation Campus. Hold
That's
on.
correct.
So Danielle, for the audience listening, tell them a little bit about yourself and Brick.
So I started with Brick in 2015. We are the former campus of IBM. Personal computer was invented on our campus. Part of the reason that we partnered with the Tedx Boca Raton was because of the reinventing yourself. And so our campus has a strong history of innovation, and we have looked at how companies have focused on the wellness, and that's part of why we are focused on the event on November 13th. And we're excited about the fitness and making sure that people focus on themselves.
Yeah, we're going to have 20 vendors out there. Everything's going to be healthy related. We are definitely pumped. So let's jump into a segment called Hot or Not. So is starting a business right now in South Florida hot, or is it cooling off? And especially down here near Boca Raton. What do you think?
It is totally hot.
Yeah, tell us why.
Look at all the things that we have going for us. You know, certainly Boca Raton is no longer your grandparents' retirement facility. We have great universities like FAU. We're proud that they hosted the Tedx Boca Raton. And certainly, you know, the environment that we've created here has allowed entrepreneurs to make things happen.
Yeah. Roland, what do you got for us?
Some people might think that the IBM leaving was a terrible blow on the economy.
Not at all.
But it seems like this area would not be, this Boca Raton area would not be as innovative and entrepreneurial. It really presented an opportunity, didn't it? Tell us about some of the companies that are in the Innovation Center.
And so we have 35 companies. All of them have a focus on some type of technology. Our campus has an amenity corridor that focuses on that Google-esque, you know, hospitality, making sure that their employees are happy working in an environment.
And you have a cool setting. I visited. You had the longest hallway I think I've ever seen in my life. You had a gym.
Yes,
you
we
had a
did.
beautiful cafeteria, and you guys are even redoing a lot of it. It's going to be amazing.
It is.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, Roland, you have a plead the fifth question to get around?
I don't think I do.
You got to get on.
I don't think I do. I'm not going to let her play. She's helping us out so much with this event, but I'm going to be easy tonight. I'm not going to come up with something too embarrassing.
Well, Danielle, thanks.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Thanks for helping out with this huge event at TEDx, and thanks for allowing us to participate on November 13th. We're excited to partner up with you.
Excellent. Everybody come out. We'd love to see you there.
Yes, and we're going to be there with this podcast studio on November 13th, so everyone's going to check it out.
Great.
Take care, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Mike. Okay, awesome.
All right.
We're just like cutting these all into snippets.
That's fine.
Well, that's the hope. That's the hope anyway, Robin. How you doing? Have a seat. Let's see you. Good, good.
I think he must have work.
Who? Oh, yeah. Yeah, come on.
I have no idea what I'm doing here.
Just sit down and we'll ask you a few questions, and very short interview. We do interviews with entrepreneurs, so you can plug yourself if you like, and talk about what you're doing. And we're
Absolutely.
So we're kind of running them through. We're trying to get the speakers. We're not going to ask you those probably. We have these three said. We have this show. We have this podcast.
Right.
We're building. Okay, they told you that over there. Okay.
You got my email, right?
Yeah. I'm thinking about. I got a lot on my mind right now.
That's fine. Don't worry. Don't worry.
My work, where we might go.
Put this on?
Okay. We got our next guest here. Want to introduce yourself to the crowd?
Yes, my name is Bimal.
Go back a little bit. Go ahead.
All right. So yes, my name is Bimal Shah, and I'm an entrepreneur for 21 years and have been helping other entrepreneurs. And my mission is to take their 3-year goal and help them get there in 1 year. That's how I deliver breakthroughs. And it's run a company called the 1 Year Breakthrough.
Okay. Well, we got two segments on our show. One's called Hot or Not. We're going to ask you some questions about what's trending in business, especially down here in South Florida. The other's called Plead the Fifth. Question maybe you want to answer, or maybe you want to use and Plead the Fifth card, because you kind of don't feel too comfortable. So, Roland, you have a good Hot or Not question for the man?
Let me ask you about business plans. Are business plans hot or not anymore?
Business plans are hard, but they need short. A lot of entrepreneurs want one-page business plans or to-the-point business plans, and even banks, when they look for, they're looking for something new, something creative, and not the standard business plans that are prototype where you pay a fee and get someone else to do it for you. I believe that more and more companies and even institutions, venture capitalists, everybody is looking for the business plan to come from the entrepreneur, not from someone else who does it for them.
Or from a template.
Not from a template. But you can use outside help, but it has to come from his mindset, or at least the thoughts that, because it's their business. After all, who knows your business better than you yourself?
Okay, how about entrepreneurship in South Florida? Is that hot or not?
That's absolutely very hot. I mean, Miami in the future, with all the diversity and all the tourism and all the people coming from all over the world, this could be very well the next New York.
Okay. Well, I got a good one for you for the Hot or Not segment. What about the 4-hour work week? Every entrepreneur's dream, right? It's all over Facebook, Instagram. Do this 4 hours a week. You're going to work and be on the beach the rest of the time and on vacation. Is that still hot or is that a myth?
That is not a myth, but it takes a while. Tim Ferriss didn't get the 4-hour work week.
So we'll go with not on that one.
Well, I mean, it takes a while. What I meant to say, Tim Ferriss, when he wrote the book, I read the book and I read the book thoroughly. It takes a while to get there. You need to build all the systems. You need to have all the connections. You need to have all the resources, the strategies, the outsourcing, the people, the virtual assistants, and until you get there, you're not getting a 4-hour work week. And it may take you years, it may take you a short amount of time. It all depends on you.
I wonder what the odds are, right? Like, is it 1 in 100 million do the 4-hour work week and make over $1 million? No one has that stat, I bet, right?
I mean, you could get lucky. Some companies and some businesses, if you get the right strategic alliances or the right resources, you may partner with someone and you may get a database of 100,000 people.
Who knows? Maybe the shrimp tank one day we'll do a podcast once a week and we'll make $100 million a year. Who knows, right?
Yeah, who knows? You could sell your products, you can link, you could do this, you could do that.
What about a plead the fifth? Roland, you got to plead the fifth for him?
What was the worst job you ever had?
Well, all the jobs I've been on my own, and I've been my own boss. So there have been days where I have felt worse like that throughout myself because I've been my own boss throughout my whole life.
Okay. So you just went right into business?
Yes.
Was it consulting business or did you have other business?
After, I came to this country with no money in my pocket. I worked several jobs, like almost 5 jobs, to pay my own tuition. I graduated with $20,000 in savings. And I got more than a dozen job offers, including some really big companies. And I rejected them all, started my own business, started in the financial services, and then, built it into coaching, consulting, and breakthrough coaching. I'm kind of a coach where he goes in the kitchen and cooks with you. Everybody, it's very easy to sit on the other side and tell you what to do, but it's very hard to do it with people. So I actually work with people hand in hand.
In your career, what was your biggest failure?
My biggest failure was that we made a decision to partner up with relatives. I don't think that you should. Sometimes,
Is that why you were at Roland's class that night? I remember he taught a thing about family business. I saw you in the back there. It's all making sense, Roland.
You could have been, yeah.
What did you learn from Roland's class?
Well, for Roland's class, the biggest insight I got, because I had actually a client that, working in, where brother and sister are constantly fighting. And I got some insights on how to bring that mellow down and make it work for them instead of having those discrepancy and those battles, because it hurts the business and you can't even make a decision. Like to hire one employee, it took me 21 hours.
And we see that all the time here on the Shrimp Tank. We have a lot of family businesses and it's definitely tough. Well, thanks for coming out to the Shrimp Tank.
Thank you very much. I appreciate
Enjoy it. Sure.
I love it.
Okay.
Take care. We'll see if we work something out there.
How did I do?
Did awesome.
Very good.
Then we're going to go into Tedx.
Yeah, come on.
We're ready. What am I doing?
Director over at the Item Center.
Hi, Jason.
Good to see you.
Nice to see you.
You teaching the entrepreneurship?
Yeah, I'm the.
Can I put this on?
Yeah, put it on. Yeah,
Put that on
Just
and
put
then-
it this or back. That's right.
We have signs.
Are you going to go through the hot or not? Or are you going to just ask?
Yeah, we can ask either.
Okay. And if wait, I'm supposed to use this?
Well, no, we're doing either way.
Yeah, whatever you like.
This
It's
isn't our
very
usual
free form.
Our usual model is someone comes to our office and we see for 45 minutes. This is more of like a pop-up,
Yeah.
change of theme.
Cool.
All right.
We all set?
There you go.
Okay, welcome back to the Boca Raton TEDx. So Jason over here just spoke and was live on stage. So I want to introduce you, Jason. Tell everyone a little bit about yourself and what you spoke about up on stage.
Cool. I teach at MIT Sloan School of Management. I run a sustainability initiative there, and so I teach business leaders how to tackle social and environmental problems. And in the course of that work, one of the things that we've seen that a skill that we need to develop is how to have conversations about values-laden, tough, polarized issues, and so that's what I was talking about.
Good. And you have a hot or not question?
I don't know if I have a hot or not question, but I guess what I'd ask about, you're talking about a polarized world.
Yeah.
And it seems like not everyone in the conversation is welcome to offer their opinions about things. We have a lot of political correctness in the world. How do you get through that and actually have people feel like they are heard and they're represented in those kinds of discussions?
I think that, the important thing is to always acknowledge where you're coming from, right? And to just state where you stand in the whole landscape. Like one of the things I did in my talk is I said, look, I can hide from a lot of tough conversations because I'm a straight cis white man, and but I still, but then I kind of went on with my talk and I had something to say. So I kind of acknowledged where I sit in that kind of identity politics landscape, so that somebody who is different from me doesn't sort of out of hand dismiss what I have to say, because they recognize that I get where I'm standing and I'm not like speaking from the God's eye view. I'm speaking from my own experience and perspective. So I think there's little things you can do to help acknowledge, and I have to acknowledge Dominic Farella, who's my assistant at MIT and gay, and who's, kind of gave me, helped me kind of craft that moment. So I think there's ways of owning your own perspective and owning where you stand, but then still claiming your lane.
Okay. What kind of impact do you think you have coming to speak to a group like this? What is the one thing you want them to take away?
Well, for me, I really think that the only way we're going to make our way out of where we are politically in terms of, kind of the polarized, gridlocked world that we're in is for people to go have conversations with the people that they have access to, right? It's like people who are on the other side of tough issues, and where the relationship matters to both of you, because your neighbors, your colleagues, your friends, your family members, and it's in exactly those places where there's some context and there's some chance to have a conversation that we can start to ask the questions and try to find our way to solutions that can work for more than just kind of rallying our side against the other side. So I want people to go out and go have those tough conversations in a fresh new way with an open mind. Let go of being right and righteous and certain about your own perspective. Let go of staying safe with your allies and your preaching to your choir, and go, that's how democracy works. You got to go build a new conversation.
Okay. So let's talk a little bit more about business down here in South Florida. You're from the East Coast. Yep. Is the East Coast hot or not right now? And is South Florida hot or not right now for business? What is your opinion on that end?
Well, let's see. I can't say too much about South Florida. I don't know the landscape very much here. I think, there's certainly some big, one of the things in my space I see is that climate change is posing some pretty serious risks to this region, and people are responding to that in a variety of different ways. Sometimes it's just let's harden against the storms and keep rebuilding every time, and some people are saying, no, you know what, we can build it back better, we can do things in new ways, and there's some really creative people who are trying to do that. So I'd say, you know, if we can raise that possibility, it's going to be quite hot, and not just in a temperature way.
What about in the business landscape with taxes up north? A lot of people in New York, Connecticut, Boston, Massachusetts have really gotten hurt with taxes. Is that affecting it? Or, you know, we're down here in South Florida. It's a friendly state for taxes.
Yeah.
The hurricane premiums are high.
Yeah. The taxes are low. You know what's funny is that where the tax is the highest is in Massachusetts and California. Yeah. And you know, people still want to live there. People still want to raise their families there. They still want to kind of try to build businesses there. So we feel it and we don't. So you know, what I see a lot of people doing is living in both places, right? You know, being snowbirds and coming down here and having and even in Massachusetts we see the same thing with New Hampshire, where New Hampshire is a lower tax environment and people go back and forth. You know, I don't know if it affects it that much. I think that if what matters isn't whether you're getting taxed or not, it's whether those taxes are being used to buy things that are useful. So if you're getting good schools for your kids, you're going to stick around and build exciting new businesses, and it's going to be vibrant and grow. If the money isn't going to good use, then there's no point in taxing.
How about reinventing yourself, hot or not?
Ooh, it's going right after the theme of this Tedx Boca Raton.
Yeah. Good question. I guess I would say, yeah, hot or not, right?
That one's going to be hot.
I have to say hot. We're part of this event. I think the reality is that we don't have a choice, because a lot of the big industries that we relied on in the last generation, in manufacturing and everything else, you know, they're going away to automation. Some of them are going overseas, but we've lost a lot more to automation than we have to that. So it's not really a choice for people to reinvent themselves or not. It's just what our country needs to do to kind of keep reinvigorating our economy. And so we have to one way or another, we're going to have to figure out how to do it. And I think it's on the individual level to kind of reinvent yourself, but it's also on all of us to support each other and create the safety nets and everything to kind of support people's reinvention.
Okay, one more little area here. We have this, plead the fifth. So we can ask you a question. If you don't want to answer it, you can always plead the fifth. Sign up there. So what did you do? What was the biggest thing you did in your life to reinvent yourself? What did you used to be, and what are you? How did you reinvent yourself?
Wow. I would say that, you know, the biggest thing for me was that when I first started to think about big environmental and social challenges, I kind of dove into it as like an activist. I was like, I'm going to tell you what you should do, I'm going to tell you what you should drive, and I'm going to tell you what laws you should have, and I'm going to tell you why, and I had to realize at a certain point that approach wasn't working, and I had to reinvent my whole way of being and my stance around it to say, okay, if I was going to let go of being right and righteous and certain about that agenda, you know, and just listen to the people who I thought were on the other side, what were they valuing, what were they worried they might have to give up, then it allowed me to have a much broader conversation and to take this whole sustainability topic and make it something that was really school-wide at MIT Sloan rather than just a small group of people preaching to the choir. And that was a big change for me. It required a lot of reflection, and it was tough.
Yeah. Yes, the grabbing by the lapels to convince is just not going to work.
Yeah.
Well, Jason, thanks for coming out to the Shrimp Tank today, and thanks for coming and visiting South Florida.
Yeah.
Thank you.
See you down here.
Thanks for having me. Seeing you talk. Cheers. Cheers.
Cool. Oh, thanks a lot. Oh, thanks.
Thanks very much.
Yep.
Oh, I gotta get my headphones off and get my creakiness on that thing right here.
That's okay. No, you were better off over there.
You want to slide it? Why don't we just slide it?
Yeah.
I like this. There we go. There we go. No hard.
Ready? Okay, we did the shrimp.
There we go.
There we go.
Good.
Very nice. Very good. Thank you.
Cool. Thanks a lot.
It's a sustainable shrimp.
I kind of was bad on that, but I didn't know what to ask. It was like so like. That was more your subject.
No, I just get a kick out of it.
I kind of was like, what is
Oh, I had a few.
I was kind of like stuck. I was like, what is it there? And I missed a speech.
She's a professor. Come on. Jason. We got people to interview.
But you went to use the method. Okay, we'll just get whoever's up.
Come on in.
They know what's going on, right?
Hi, I'm Roland.
I used to be at the FAU incubator. I actually think we had you launched over.
Really?
Yeah.
Danielle, what's your last name?
Swallow.
So you were at the Tech Runway?
The incubator back when it was, behind the airport when James Teague, after, I forget his name, he died.
I've only been here 3 years, so I don't think it was me.
Was it you?
I don't think, that was more than 3 years ago.
Yeah, it was more than 3 years ago.
No, I just came down here in 2015. So here's your hot or not, and your plea to philanthropy. You'd like to use those
All right.
at some point.
Okay, we ready? Ready, Danielle? Test it?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Perfect.
All right.
Okay, welcome back to the Tedx Live in Boca Raton. We got Danielle sitting to my right over here. Danielle, you want to tell the crowd a little bit about yourself and what you do for a living?
Hi, my name's Danielle Schwallow. I know that's a funny last name, but it's okay. So I actually work for a digital marketing agency, and we do e-commerce optimization. So we work with brands like Royal Caribbean, the Miami Heat is one of our clients, and we optimize their websites.
Well, this is going to be an easy one because we're pretty good at technology over here on the shrimp tank.
And that's on the table anyway.
And Roland's pretty good. He has an iPhone. What is it? An iPhone 4? An iPhone 6?
I have a BlackBerry.
Yes, he does have a BlackBerry.
I have a BlackBerry. Don't make jokes about my BlackBerry.
So hot or not right now, all these social medias, right? So Google Plus just shut down, I heard. What's hot? What's not? Instagram right now. Is it hot or not? What do you think? Hot? What about Facebook? No, it's not on the other side. Not. What about LinkedIn for marketing? LinkedIn. So why is Instagram your hottest? We do that a lot on our show.
So Instagram has created the content that I want to digest. So I don't follow just my friends like I do on Facebook. On Facebook, it's all people having babies, getting married, all that. On Instagram, I can tailor my feed to what I want to see, and it's mostly dogs and funny meme accounts. So I am way more engaged in the content that is in my news feed on Instagram.
So tell us a little bit about a secret. You work for these large brands, Miami Heat, Royal Caribbean. They just throwing a lot of money at marketing. You got a lot of folks there. There's a lot of money being wasted. But what's your trick? What do you guys do differently than everyone?
So we focus on e-commerce optimization. You have to have an optimization tool. So we use tools like Monetate, Optimizely, and we can provide personalized experiences in real time using their AIs. And so we provide the strategies and solutions. And a little known fact is I actually started out here at the FAU incubator as an entrepreneur myself.
What was your business?
It was called Status Stalker, and we actually got funded by someone called the Gulf Coast Venture Forum, and we basically were at the FAU incubator for a year, and then we got acquired.
Say the name of the company slower.
Status Stalker. It played to that we all want to look at statuses and laugh. So it was like a funny place for statuses.
Okay, so it doesn't have anything to do with actual stalking.
No. It was more just a funny place, a collection of funny statuses.
And what happened to that business?
So like any small business, we had to pivot, and so we started creating the ability to Facebook Connect. So you know how now you just press a button and you Facebook Connect? Well, it didn't used to be that easy. So Facebook actually would limit the calls that you could make and limit the API access that you had, and we actually had white label access. So we were able to do more calls, and so we built this platform that could mine and manage the data.
Tell us about podcasting, hot or not?
Everybody is talking about podcasting.
Right, good answer.
What about the shrimp tank? Is it hot?
The shrimp tank is hot. Is the shrimp hot? Where's the cocktail sauce?
There you go. Bye.